1 2 mic check. Hey. I'm laughing because I always say 1 2 1 2, and I be feeling like, you know, I'm an old school hip hop head, truthfully, man, and that's how the old MCs used to be like, you know, mic check 1 2 1 2. So every time I say that, man, I kind of vision sometimes like I'm on stage. But anyways, man, look. What's going on, everybody? Josette, I see you out there. What's happening? Can you hear me? Anybody that is logging in, type your city and state. Type your city and state where you're logging in from, and so I can know that you can actually hear me. And we're going to get underway, y'all, man. This is the ABCs of Wealth Challenge. That's where I am going live every single day for 26 days straight. 26 days straight, I will be going live on the ABCs of Wealth. And that's where every single day I'm giving you some insights on wealth tips, financial tips, and how to expand your cash flow, really, as it relates to every single letter of the alphabet. Kim, what's going on out there? I see you. Look. I'm going to go ahead and jump right in because I know it's a late and y'all probably thought I wasn't going to be on here. But, hey, we about to knock it out. So, look, we are on the letter J, right? So let me tell you, I'm going to take you on a journey, right? That's a J. This is what is so special about a journey. See, for me, I'm speaking of for me, I have a very high efficiency for life. Right? I always tell people all the time, you got two types of days, good days or great days. Why? Because you're the master of your fate and the captain of your soul. You don't give anything, anybody, any substance, power to control you, right? And when you start thinking about that, you control the type of day that you have. I mean, you wake up every day to those that do. And when you wake up every day, you have a Most High. And that's a reminder from the Most High that he's not through with you. Despite everything that you have going on, you still have breath in your body. You still have a roof over your head. You still have food on your table. You still have clothes on your back. You still have means of transportation. You have means of income. That is a journey. That is your life journey. Now, sometimes people struggle more than others, but the fact remains that you are in a much better place than you were before. Now, you may, of course, personally want to be in a better place, in a better situation, but at the same time, guess what? There's always somebody that's in a worse situation than you. What's going on, Vonda? You can always think about that. So for me personally, despite everything that goes on, I just know that there is, when I get down, because I'm human, when I do get down, I have to think about what I'm blessed with, right? But I'm going to take you on this journey, right? So when it pertains to finance, a life lesson that I learned when I was young as a kid, right? I was given this scenario. I was a seventh grader. No, I'm lying. I was a ninth grader going to high school, right? And I remember this story because this particular story along my journey of life really stuck out to me. And I'm going to give you the Cliff Note version for time's sake, right? Because we're on J, right? So this is my journey. I'm a Nike kid, right? I've always worn Nike tennis shoes, right? And when I was coming up, when you go school shopping, I'm going to high school, I'm a fresh man. You go, hey, that's the tightest year ever in high school. So I had it to be fresh, right? So I told my mom, look, I need some Nikes. But my mother kept telling me, nah, let's look at these Reeboks. Now, nothing against Reeboks, but when I was in the ninth grade, I wanted some Air Maxes, the new Air Maxes that had came out. My mother kept telling me, nah, let's get these Reeboks. I kept saying, Reeboks? I want these Nikes. Well, here's the thing. My mother said, Brandon, I'll get you 2 pairs of these Reeboks. This is when the Reebok Classics had just came out. And the Reebok Classics were $19.99 in all colors, right? Talk about inflation, because they show not. Them same Reebok Classics are not $19.99 now. But they were $19.99. My mom told me, hey, I'll get you 2 pairs, and then I'll come back at Christmas time and get you those Nikes, right? But of course, me being a spoiled brat, I was like, what I look like wearing some Reeboks? I want these Nikes. I'm going to high school. I'm a freshman, right? And I'll never forget this moment. As much as I kept saying Nike, 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 and my mom kept saying Reebok, 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 and I'll get you 2 pairs. What she said was, I can't afford those Nikes, but I'll get you these 2 pairs of Reeboks, and I'll come back when I can and get those Nikes. Just knowing and remembering her transparency with me, but of course, because I did not know how finances work, I was the spoiled brat that was like, no, I want these Nikes, right? So needless to say, long story short, I ended up getting 1 pair of Reeboks, not 2, because I didn't want no Reeboks, right? Fast forward, first day of school. I shoot to school. I'm totally embarrassed because I got Reeboks on, right? I just knew the kids were going to crack on me, everything. Well, I had a homeboy. We had gym. And at gym time, they had us dress out. They had us change clothes, right? So as we changed clothes, I'm like, oh gosh, man, I'm about to be in some shorts. Everybody about to see these Reeboks, right? Well, here's the thing. When the Reeboks came, guess what? When I came out and I was in my Reeboks, some of my homeboys was like, man, what is them? I was like, man, Reeboks, right? They were like, man, those are fresh. You know, hey, in my era, everything was fresh. It wasn't dope. It wasn't whatever term, Gucci. You know, they was fresh. Like, yo, those are fresh. So I was like, wow. So now my head getting big, right? So now I'm playing it off. I'm like, man, shoot, I didn't want Nikes like y'all. I wanted these Reeboks. And they was only $19.99, right? That's what I'm saying. Sherry, what's going on? Lady Stro, happy Founders Day to you and all your sorors. But look, getting back at it, right? This is where I'm telling them, right? Like, yo, I really want these Reeboks because they fresh, right? So I go home and I tell my mom, we got to go back and get some more Reeboks, right? Another pair. My mother was like, let me tell you something. Absolutely not. I'm not going to buy you no more tennis shoes. Why? Because you ungrateful. She said, when I offered you 2 pairs, you told me no. And she said, well, what are you doing? You're going to learn when you grow up, you can either live your life for other people, or you can live life and have money in your pocket and be able to sustain and go wherever you want to go and do whatever you want to do, right? That was my journey back then. Then she asked me, what would you rather have? $20 to go buy you a pair of shoes or $20 to go buy you a crab leg dinner? Because I love crab legs ever since I was a kid, right? And I told her, hey, I'm going to, Terry, what's going on? I'm going to go get the crab legs. My mom said again, so you would spend $20 for one meal. One meal. As much as you eat, you're going to spend $20 for one meal versus either going to get groceries with that $20 for the week. That's back when groceries were a little bit, a whole lot less than what they are. And we had food on the shelves. Or you would buy a pair of shoes that you can wear over months. And I thought about it. And of course, as a kid, I said, oh, I'm going to get them crab legs and I'll just eat a lot that will sustain me for the week, right? That was the stupidest answer I ever gave. When I got out on my own, those life lessons that I was taught by my mom and those real life situations, is what made me start thinking about smarter decisions. I mimicked what my mom told me. But just like last night when I was telling you about I was telling you about lessons that I wasn't taught, and I could not blame anybody else. That's what I was. I was on me. I knew what my mom had told me and shown me and taught me. And let me tell you, she taught me what she knew from her error. But during my journey of life, I thought I made better decisions just based off of what I saw. I wasn't taught in school anything about wealth at all. But in order for me to get wealthy, I had to surround myself with a group of people that had just, another J, just like attainments as I did. Let me tell you, I tried to justify, another J, I tried to justify my position with wealth and money and where I was, which I really did not have wealth. I was just comfortable and was able to pay bills on time. I was able to go out to eat because I thought I had a cushion in the bank. But I was justifying my actions ignorantly because I did not know what I was doing along my journey. I learned. Guys, I'm telling you, we on J, right? You gotta embrace and enjoy the journey that you go through in life to get to where you want to be. You got to. If you aren't learning anything through your journey, then your life is in vain. You got to have a journey that you document. Write it down. Put it in a journal. Or store it in this memory bank and never learn from it. You learn two things to do from people. That's what to do and what not to do. But embrace your journey. Stop trying to justify your current position because you don't want to embrace the journey that you knew. Even if you don't know better, guess what? You got to do better. If you want to get to another position, then stop justifying your current position. How many of you guys out there are in a position right now that you said, I'm going to be out of, I don't know, I'll never put myself in this position again, right? I'll never put myself in this position again, but you still in it, right? You got to understand. Stop trying to justify what you didn't learn from your journey. Embrace your journey. And let me tell you, I told you, write it down. Keep yourself a journal because this whole ABC challenge is about educating you on stuff that deals with finances. When you have a journal that you can actually write down, guess what? You can pass that down to generations for them to read about you. I get so sick and tired of people teaching our next generation or giving our next generation what they didn't have. I can buy my son Jordans because I wasn't, my mama wasn't going to buy me no Jordans or no starter jacket, right? But I buy my son Jordans. I buy my daughter Jordans. Why? That's what I used to do. And I was justifying that by saying, you know what? I didn't have it, so they should get it because my parents weren't able to do it. But let me tell you, when I started learning these strategies, things started changing. And I get excited because the journey that I've had through life justifies my decisions that I've made the change for, because the change that I made came from me personally wanting greater. Does that make sense? Look, let me tell you, I write things down and I have a journal. Believe it or not, I still got VCR tapes. Lord knows I got VCR tapes. Why? Because I've captured so many memorable moments that were strategic. A lot of it dealt with finances. A lot of it just dealt with my journey and my passion with music, right? But I used to walk around with a video camera. But the point is, those were my journals, right? Let me tell you, from even looking at those tapes, from the money I used to accept for doing gigs, for working with artists, from playing with different people, from touring, because I did not know, as I got schooled My journey, you can tell, because my equipment changed, my endorsements changed, the type of gigs changed, my level of music changed. Well, guess what? I did the same thing with my finances. I said, I get tired of hearing people say that they buy their children what they didn't have. Think about this. Instead of buying your children what you didn't have, how about teaching them what you didn't know? Bam! That's teaching. That's on T. That's a few days down the road. But let me tell you, you got to enjoy and embrace your journey. You got to stop justifying what you do to keep yourself in the same exact environment as you do with your journey. And write the things down, guys. Write it down in your journal, right? Let me tell you, the last J, so I'm going to tell you, is when you start to think about your future, leaving an inheritance, leaving a cash flow other than some life insurance, because life insurance is not an inheritance, guys. I'm telling you, you got to join, another J, you got to join a group of individuals who can actually teach you, elevate you, and keep you plugged in to the same objective that they are trying to. I'm a proud member of the Extra Digit Movement. And that is an organization of a group of people from all walks of life that share with you and teach each other how to grow your net worth one digit at a time. We talk about the difference between cash flow and income. We talk about the difference between being in the highest tax bracket with a job, how to legally, ethically, and morally lower your tax bracket and put that money back into your pocket. We talk about how a home-based business is the number one asset. You want to partner with us. There is no reason why you wouldn't want to partner with the Extra Digit Movement. I'm telling you, when I joined them and I was blessed with a whole group of like-minded individuals that had the same exact objective as I did to want better for their finances, you couldn't tell me I wasn't going to join quick enough. But look, guys, if you want more information, go back on my timeline. Look at all the other letters. I've done A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. We on J. 10. I got 10 on it, y'all. Hey, I'm going to get on out of here. Cornelius, what's going on, bro? That's my bass bro right there. Hey, look, click like, click share. Share this out to everybody. Definitely take some notes. Come get with me. If you want more information on a serious note on how to advance your finances, how to actually join a group of individuals that are on the same journey as you are, and we're not justifying our old actions with what we currently or our thoughts that we want to do. You can't use that, guys. You can't use that. Look, I'm about to get on out of here. Just remember, enjoy your journey. Stop justifying what you didn't know. Write that stuff down in a journal. Matter of fact, use your camera. Film it. I don't care. But document it however you can so that your generations behind you can see you going through life and your journey, pursuing your passion to leave them an inheritance, and definitely join a organization where people want better for you. Look, I'm out, y'all. Peace. I'm Brandon Caldwell. I will see you tomorrow.